the placebo effect in caffeine and coffee, or like these types of things, right? Because like if you think about coffee, it's not like water, it's not benign. What I love about coffee is that it is a bitter substance, right? There's a bite to it, and you know, depending on, you know, if you like a dark coffee or a light coffee, or but you know, there's like flavor in the coffee. Just like if you're going to take a caffeine pill, it's an actual action that you have to do. I'm wondering too if like there is that interpretation, or once you have that relationship with coffee or that substance, that you have that expectancy effect, kind of like alcohol, where if I drink this thing, it's going to give me this effect. That's why you can give it to kids, like, oh, get crazy on this little duels, boy, and they act drunk because they expect that if I drink this thing that tastes like this, I will act this way. In the same way, I'm wondering if at what point that also becomes a factor where, yes, I am drinking that Red Bull or Monster or whatever, and there is that taste. And when I know that I drink this thing, I have this feeling. And when I have this feeling, it makes me perform better. And so I'm wondering how much, not only is there the caffeine in it, maybe if you're to match all those other hormones or things that are going in your body, but also the belief in, if I do this thing, if I drink this thing, I should feel this way and perform this way.
But one thing I just want to highlight too, which is really common in stimulant literature and like various like nootropic and supplement pharmaceutical compounds and all this, there is a difference between feelings and actual performance measures. And a lot of times people cannot distinguish the two. Where,
you don't say.
Yeah, I mean, so they're like, I feel great, therefore I must be performing great. But if you measure them and you say, oh, you feel great, but are you actually performing better based off of like these objective tests? More often than not, in the realm of stimulants, what you see is that those two are very different. You see that, yes, they might feel amazing, but no, they do not actually perform any better.
Yes.
One of the fun studies that I like to mention with this is in NASCAR, they were notorious cocaine users, like notorious. Like over half of them were like using it and admitted to it. And they're like, I feel like a god when I'm out there. And they actually went back and they're like, well, let's look at the win rates of the people who, and just like rank them of like people who were using and people who weren't. Literally no difference between the people who were using cocaine and the people who weren't. Exact same performance. It's kind of crazy because you'd think that, oh, this crazy high stimulating compound might lend some performance enhancements, but it didn't. It had absolutely no effect. So
then there's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.